As we do some prepping for Comic-Con, we got a lot going on, a lot of books to go with us. So I'm making a stack, making a list, checking it twice. It's going to be a lot of slabs, I think. A lot of going to get slabbed too. So I'm going to crack a few slabs open as well. We got a stack of Jim Lee books going to Comic Con. So if you're into that kind of thing, check it out. Getting some books signed for friends. Even more. Look at this. This is a nice stack here. So there's a lot. It is Mr. Piercy. Hello. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Gosh, I still have to find. I can't recall. I have to look at my CLZ. There's a book I'm looking for. I can't remember what volume it is. So depending on what volume it is will dictate what box I have it in. But I mean, look at this. I just got a little bit of. This is just what I've started. So quite a bit. That's not including this slabs. Yep, I'm live. Yeah. I've got all this. I mean, here's if you add the Jim Lee stack in here. That's a lot of books going for signatures. And there's some books that are getting like 8 or 9 signatures. Look at that. So this one, I'm getting all those signatures on it. The little Power Girl special. But yeah, I'm looking to get even more books. I gotta figure out what volume it is. Bear with me a moment. I think it's the latest volume. Yeah, some of the Batman books are definitely going. Like, no, not San Diego. I wish I was going to San Diego. A couple local conventions and the big one in Baltimore here coming up. So I'm going to add that guy for Mike Hawthorne. These are all going to be Mike Hawthorne. I've got 2 of these. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. And last but not least for Mike Hawthorne. Then add those. And then, let's see. Oh, here's another one. I have another one of these, so I'll take it. Here it is. Okay, I found it. So, the book that I was looking for, that I'm definitely going to get signed by Mark Wade. I'm definitely going to get this one slabbed too. Big Shazam guy, obviously. So, I'm going to really enjoy this one. I think what I'm going to do is get it in gold somewhere, like maybe down here in the corner. Now for determining, where is it? Right here. So for determining signature colors, I have a thing. So normally I would take it out of the bag, and then I would just kind of, I have this little extra top loader that I just kind of scribbled on, and that kind of helps me determine what color I want on the cover. So that really helps me. So I think I'm going to go with like a gold, like right down here, or maybe a silver or a white. Maybe a bronze. Do I have a bronze? I have a bronze on here somewhere. Maybe it's a different one, but yeah, that's how I determine what goes where. So yeah, that's coming up. So but yeah, the gold, I think. So this is my Jim Lee pile. So this is Jim Lee. These are all Jim Lee. Superman foil. Batman foil. This one's pretty cool. And I have all 3 of the Superman, the Batman, and yes, the foil Wonder Woman. So I'm going to get those 3. I'm entitled to 8 books for Jim Lee. I'm up to 5. So I just have so many options. Yeah, here, it's just on the bag for those of you who have OCD like me. It just kind of helps me determine who I'm looking for. Same thing. Gosh, who was I going for this one? Segura, Alex Segura, the artist. I do like me some foils there, Mr. Dan. I'm going to add to this tatted up monster. I'm going to add Carl Kessel to this ever-growing list of names. So that's quite a bit. I thought about retiring this book because I'm running out of space, but I don't know. Maybe I'm going to keep going. There's some space here in the middle, I think. I don't know. One a month? Dude, I think I do one a week. Carl Kessel again on this one. Yes, Mr. Jedi. He's done a couple Harleys, but they're not in here, so no worries. This one again, I'm going to maybe start a project on. Gene Ha, Dan Jurgens, Brett Breeding. Lots of folks going to be there, so Walt Simonson. So many. Mark Brooks. He did the cover on this one, so I'm going to get him to sign it. Awesome Wonder Woman cover. I forget Champagne. I forget his name. Kevin, I think? Yeah, he's going to sign this one. And then this one is Cliff Chang. I'm going to get Cliff Chang to sign the cover. He's the cover artist. I think that one's cool. Maybe some gold right here on the bat symbol. Man, here's another project one I have. So many. So I think this one, I'm going to add Brett Breeding and Dan Jurgens. I think those who I'm looking for. Yeah, something like that. And Joella Jones. I think that's how you say her name, Joella Jones. She also did this one. Another foil here, so gonna get her to sign this one. She didn't do the cover, she did the writing. So, but say, it looks cool. David Finch. His line is always pretty big, so I want to put this one in the maybe category or the hopeful category. Yes, big fan of Harley. Oh, man. So for those of you who haven't seen the show, Dan Piercy was a guest on the show one time, and I ripped up a Harley book. It was really funny. Ron Moore has already signed this one, so I'm going to get Dan Jurgens to sign this bad boy. So, yeah, you're a 4 book. Oh, yeah, for sure. Just because I think this book is, it's got some sentimental value, and it's just overall a good book. Dan Jurgens, I'm going to have him finish this one up, and then I'm done with this one. This will go in for a slab. A whole bunch of people I'm going to get to sign these. I haven't figured out who yet. These are the blank issues where everything's blank. The pages, the cover, the back cover, everything's blank. So I'm going to continue with that one. Dan Jurgens on this one. I think he's the only one that's going to be there. Steve Epting on this one. And then I think I'm going to retire it. Just because I don't know. I don't really care too much about this run of Batwoman. So I think I'm going to be done. Because I have the next one. It's also Steve Epting. And he also did the cover. Signature King Glory. Yes, sir. I don't even know how many books I have and I'm bringing to this con. So the record is 135 in one weekend. Scott Collins on the Aquaman, Jabberjaw, Hanna-Barbera run right here. So this one's pretty cool. I forget who did this variant, but it's not Scott Collins, but it's still pretty cool. And then I have this really random Scott Collins run that is going to get signed, and they are all King Sharks. You have the Free Comic Book Day, the A cover. This is just the A cover. And the Walmart exclusive. And literally the only difference is this like shade of blue, green, teal. That's literally it. That's the whole difference between these two books. So let's see, figure why not. I'll bring them both. And then Cully Hemner, if I can get him, sometimes he's pretty hard. Another Dan Jurgens and Ron Mars. I'm going to do both of them on number 3. Dan Jurgens on number 4. I already have number 2 signed, so I'm just finishing up that small run. And that's it for the Scott Collins and everything run. And then the couple of slabs I got going here are these guys here. Whoa, holy cow. The super duper silver screen booster gold variant. This one is really hard to tell, so I apologize for the glare. But I got Mike DiCarlo on here. I asked for gold, and I think he misheard me and signed it in green because he had a gold one, and I was like, yeah, sweet, I'll take gold, and then signs it in green. Or maybe he was just trolling me. I don't know. I wasn't going to ask. I was just happy he signed it because I never see him, so that was kind of awesome. But Booster Gold, the original run, Volume 1, Issue 1. So we have, again, a Mark DiCarlo. And then all I need is a Dan Jurgens, and this one's done too. So I'm going to do, probably like a Dan Jurgens over here or something. I don't know. But I don't know if I'm going to do it in paint or marker, but I want like a super metallic-y gold, like somewhere over here for sure. I think that'll look really sweet. For sure. So those are my 2 booster gold ones. And then, yeah, we got this gigantic stack of books over here. If I can bring it over all in one shot. Check that monster out. So this is definitely not the most I've brought to a convention. It might sneak into the top 5. And this is technically 2 conventions worth too here. Now for some of the local conventions I'm going to, I've got a whole stack of them off to the side here I'm going through. And I'm going to try to get the, where is it? So if you recall, let me slide this off to the side here. So if you recall when Night Terrors came out, you had these like weird printing ones. Night Terrors. So it was like a neon, I forget what the print was. That is like a special print, neon print or something like that. And I'm looking here to see if I can find the one that I'm bringing. It's around here somewhere. It might be in a separate stack. So I'm going to bring some of these to get signed. And then there is an error cover. Where is it? Right here. So here's the error. See, it's kind of like an off brown, kind of pinkish. It was supposed to be another neon cover like these 2. But, I don't know what happened. Something at the print factory. So it came out more brown. I guess the green came out brown. Not sure what color is supposed to be what, because the pink is the same shade of pink. So this is called some kind of error, and I forget. Why do you wear gloves? Usually, that's a good question. So when I'm wearing gloves, that's usually an indicator that I had some kind of foil out. And one thing that drives me nuts, because everything has to be perfect, is if I have like high dollar foils, like if I'm taking them out of, let's see, where's a good one? Here's a good example right here. So if I'm taking them out of their protective cover, where's that Suicide Squad? Oh, I'm missing a book. If I'm taking them out of, let's say, if I'm taking them out of this and taking them out of their bag and board, I don't like fingerprints, so I usually wear some gloves. And if I do get some smudges on there, I have like a really super soft, like microfiber towel. I can just kind of like wipe it down because I have OCD. That's why. Really, no other reason than that. Just aiming for perfection. Same thing, like if I'm at a con and I got to hand the book over to an artist or something, and they got to take it out of the sleeve, whatever, and they got to handle the book and they sign it before I put it back in the bag. I'll wipe it down a little bit. Only for foils. I only do it for foils. For these regular covers or cardstock covers, I don't do that. Obviously, that's a little too much, but only for foils. And I am missing a foil. One foil I did forget to bring in that stack was the Jim Lee Suicide Squad Rebirth. And as you can tell, I did just have this one out because I wanted to check out the back because I wasn't sure if this one was the one with the ding or not. So, no, this is the good one. So I took it out, handled it with a little bit with my gloves on, wiped it down. So add that one to the pile. And then that doesn't take into account all the books that I'm bringing that people in the community have sent me to get signed for them. Some friends on the books. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think I will. There's some people that have given me some books to sign for them. Man, there's just that. This is just the books, the regular size comics. I'm bringing also like, the new Black Label stuff. The magazine size stuff. I'm bringing magazine size. I have 2 trade paperbacks I'm getting signed. I think I have. Yeah, here's one right here. So this is the. Let me move this out of the way. So this is the trade paperback that I'm getting signed. I have 2 of these. 2 of these exact same thing. So they're both getting signed. And this is also getting signed by Jim Lee because he did the forwards. So I've already started these signature projects. So this is kind of my new one. These ones only have 3 in them. So anyone who worked on a DC title that's mentioned in this book, which is almost every single person up till 2019, I think, or 2018. So I'm going to get them to sign some cool stuff. I mean, this is just like an encyclopedia of characters. It's really nothing important. They talk about the DC universe and whatnot. So here's the forward by Jim Lee on this side here. Talks about how cool DC is and a brief history. So yeah, I've got these 2 going as projects. I'm just doing these for my kids. Someday if something happens to me, they can each take a book with some signatures if they want, or maybe I'll just give it away. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna fill these 2 up on the inside to get signed. So they're pretty cool. I like the wraparound cover. These ones are awesome. I found these at Costco for about $20, so about half the original price. So cool. Looking forward to that. All these characters fighting. Very, very fun. So that is that one. So if you see this book floating around, grab it. Grab it. For convention wise, that's kind of it at the moment. But like I said, my secret is, just kind of adding books into this top loader and just kind of determining if there's like a best color. Usually it ends up being gold, silver, or bronze, but every once in a while, like a nice red off to the side or something like that, because there's a lot of red in Suicide Squad. Something like that'll be nice. I don't know. Takes me a long time, and I've got a stack of markers too. I have paint markers, I have regular like Sharpie markers, I have the fine print ones, like the really fine Sharpies. Let's see if I can find an example of one of those, because I got a ton of those. Oh yeah, maybe I can get Jim Lee to sign some of these in here. I found some more, but I don't know. There's only 8. I'm only allowed 8 for the tickets that I purchased, I can just, if I wanted to, I could purchase another set of tickets, but what the heck would I do with, 16? So here's another example of like a minimalist signature, like that. What do they call it? Like a really fine pen. Those ones are my favorites, but they can be a little hard to see. But I think they do really well on certain books. Oh yeah, I forgot about these books. So I am bringing some non-DC books. So here's I'm gonna get Jeff Shaw to sign this one, and I believe this is a 1 in 25, or maybe it's a 1 in 50. I don't know. And then same thing with this one. I think this is the C cover. So yeah, this is gonna be easy. Just a white pen kind of marker up there. So that's definitely coming with me for sure. But I agree. The Harley needs a red. Yeah, if there's anything Suicide Squad related, red is kind of like a no-brainer because you here have this one. I don't know where the other one went, but yeah, I agree. Red would be great. Maybe something like right here. That'd be nice. We're trying to hang out with G's. I'm gonna pass for the CGC signature verification, at least for now. I'm okay with doing it. I want to wait until they get their ducks in a row. Not that I'm afraid they're gonna screw up my book or anything. I'm sure they're professionals and they know how to handle collectibles and comics and whatnot. I don't want it to come back and they say they can't verify it, and because I just wasted my time, and I'm not gonna get my shipping money back. That's really it. For me anyway. I just don't think that they're there yet. I don't understand their partnership with JSA. I just don't think they're as reputable as Beckett. Honestly, I'm surprised CGC didn't make a play for the other one. What is it? Beckett PSA. I'm surprised they didn't make an effort for PSA. They're I think a CGC PSA partnership would have been great. I really do. I think that would have been awesome for a number of reasons. One, PSA's well known in the industry. Why not you go with someone that's already established versus grabbing someone who just got here? Trying to think if I'm going to bring any other books. Looking here, maybe not. I don't know. I've got a lot of books I want to bring, especially for Jim Lee, but I don't know if I'm going to bring any more. So I've got, let's see if I can do this without breaking stuff. Yeah, so we have a lot of books here to choose from that are already signed, except not that Batman Beyond book. That one's finished. That one needs a grade. Cooperate. Stupid tripod stand. Maybe it'll cooperate. Well, good enough. So, yeah, I've got the numbers here. I've got the inventory for it, but man, do I really want to walk around a convention with all this extra weight? Oh, here's a Jim Lee. Did he do this one? Yeah, I thought he did this one. Or no, he did the other one. He did the rain one. I thought I had that one. I'm not going to go back and look. Maybe I don't. It's very possible I don't have it, so... Or maybe it's just in the wrong spot. Oh, maybe. Well, no. I'm going to get this one slab too. That one's finished. Or at least as done as it's going to get. Thought I had that gold foil Jim Lee one, but... Oh, yeah, I have the regular version of it. Okay, this is the Jim Lee one. This is the Jim Lee one. The one we're in the rain. Already signed by Tom King. I don't know. Do I want to bring it? I really don't care for this issue. To be honest, but I'll just make a mental note that it's there. Yeah, no Wonder Woman books. Well, that's not true. You know what? I forgot Liam Sharp was going to be there. So now I have to pull some Liam Sharp books. Biscuits. Okay. Shoot. I have the convention list on the other screen, so I'm kind of going back and forth and looking at it. Yeah, do I do that one or not? Here's one of my favorites. Predator with the Sam De La Rosa signature on it. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. I wish they were all that good. No, I'm just kidding. They're all that good. Even there's some like random ones in here I don't really care for, like this Olympus Rebirth signed by Lee Weeks and Caitlin Yarsky. Kind of tough to tell up here, but that's who signed it. I saw a Marvel. Do you not have any Marvel? Do I have a Marvel in it? I mean, technically, I guess Predator is a Marvel book. Is that the one you're referring to, or maybe this Predator? I don't think I have any. Oh wait, I do. I do have Marvel in here somewhere. Thanks for reminding me. You know what? I think I need to bring those two. I only have 2 books. Yeah, here we go. This is the one you're talking about. So I have 2 of these. Warlock in the Infinity Watch, #1, already signed by Angel Mendina. I'm looking to get a Jim Starlin. So do I go with? Jim Starlin's going to be there. Do I get the Jim Starlin and finish this out, or do I not, or do I even bother? Because it's a Marvel book, doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, so we have an Angel Mendina. Tough to tell, but there's his signature on the artwork, and then for some reason he signed over this giant logo here. Not sure why, but yeah, do I finish these 2 or not? I don't know. I might, just to get them done and over with. We had surprisingly not as many Wonder Woman as last year. Oh, here's another Liam Sharp I got to pull. I don't recall if he did anything back here. This is all just miscellaneous Wonder Woman books. Justice League books, apparently. Wonder Woman. Yeah, that's just this one drawer. I've got 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Rows. I think Jim Lee did this one too. Yeah, he did do that one. I have so many Jim Lee options. So many Jim Lee options. And then we have random keys back here. Like that Batman Beyond #1. Spectre. All-Star Comics Super Squad. Yeah, here we go. I thought about getting Mike DeLeo to sign this one, but I decided not to because he was $50. And I don't care that much about Power Girl issues. So, oh yeah, there we go. Madame Xanadu, Doorway to Nightmare. But so far, that's the stack right here. Some here. We've got quite a bit to go. There is a lot. There is a lot. What's your strategy for getting signatures? Hit the long lines. We have lesser known ones. Actually, when it comes to my strategy, usually what Baltimore Comic-Con will do is they'll print like a map of who is going where, like what artist is at what booth. So I'll just start at the entrance and work my way back, and hope the line isn't massive. There's some people I've learned that just because their line is so huge every single time, they're almost at the bottom of the list. Like the line last year for Tom King was almost 2 hours long. So yeah, no thanks. I'm not doing that. I already have a ton of Tom King anyway. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to add him some more books to get him to sign, but I ain't waiting 2 hours for it. I'm only there a couple hours anyway, so I just give those up. I mean, I still bring them by the off chance the line isn't that big, or maybe I get lucky and I'm like one of the first ones, which never happens. But yeah, just go zipping down the map, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down through the aisles. I got a system. It works for the most part, but George, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, that's the strategy. Um, I some of the lesser known artists, yeah, they're pretty easy. Those lines are simple. But like this Dan Jurgens right here, getting him to sign this one, his line is pretty long. Um, I need to get in touch with you. Do you have an email address you can share with me? I do. I do. Send it to Tony Fett, Tony Fett, all lowercase, all one word, one at gmail.com. Tony Fett one at gmail.com. Or hit me up on Instagram, either one, and then we can chat. But I am going to bring even more of the Superman 500s, so I'm going to give away even more of those. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Yeah, so that's my strategy. But like, I don't anticipate a whole lot of Scott Collins. You know what I mean? Versus Dan Jurgens. I've got just a boatload of King Shark here, and then I'm gonna probably end up getting the foil for King Shark too. Getting that one signed too, because why not? And then starts our Cully Hemner pile. So quite a gigantic amount so far. I don't even know how many books total. We have 2 that need to get cracked and then signed and then reslabbed. Some need witnessed. Not all these are going to get witnessed. And then just hopefully meet up with some cool folks. I know Southern Comic Book Geek is going to be there. I know Sig Slayer Mike is going to be there. Which Comic Con are you prepping for? Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore. Yes, some of the 4-state Comic Con and the one in Harrisburg at the Farm Show. That's coming up in like a month. Not so much that one because they have like no talent for some reason. They have Justin Jordan and Mike Hawthorne. They're 2 big ones. So we already did some Mike Hawthorne here. I got a whole bunch of foils for Mike Hawthorne. Surprisingly not, this is my first time meeting Mike Hawthorne, and he lives like 20 minutes away from me. So that'll be fun. I like meeting new people. So yeah, lots of books. I want just by glancing, I'd say we're probably around 50 books. But like I said, the record was in the 130s, 120s, or something like that for one weekend for me. But that was me spending the night in Baltimore, so I could spread it out a little easier. But yeah, luckily I still have to go through all this stuff, all 3 of these rows here, and see if there's anything that needs signed. Hopefully there's light at the end of the tunnel, and then more down here. But these are pretty much finished runs that I really don't need anymore. Like here's some Black Adam. This is my Shazam row. I've got all Shazam comics, volume 1 to volume whatever the current one is. I think it's current. Yeah, okay. Well, there's current ones in here, so yeah. And the Mark Waid run is the only one missing from this row is the Mark Waid run. That's in a separate file cabinet off to the side here. Just for space issues, I needed to spread that one out. Yeah, I'm gonna end things here. Was hoping to go for about a half hour, and we made it. We made it about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. So that's cool. So taking a good hard look at what we got going on here. Don't forget, check out the Fanboys tonight on the Magic Lasso channel. We'll be there. We'll be talking books, and it will be a blast. Looking forward to it tonight. I forget what book he's talking about, but yeah, it's usually a good time just hanging out, chatting comics with the crew. I really enjoy it. So yeah, if any of you are going to Baltimore or Harrisburg Comic Con, I'm going to Baltimore, but I think Friday only. Yeah, I'm only going Saturday for the Jim Lee panel. So that's unfortunate for me. I wish I could go the whole weekend. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up here. Top of the hat to Dan Piercy, Jedi Farce, George for checking in. And that's it. That's everyone who's chatted at least a little bit. But I'll catch you all later. Appreciate it.